Okay, I'm back. So, if I just bring Warhammer 2 Total War up. Oh. And have to reduce the size of the screen a lot. Expand it. There we go. Okay. So, last time, yesterday, we finished our Greybeard's Prospector campaign. That was a lot of fun. Now it's time to start a new campaign, and I don't really have any ideas. I have got 2 more new mods active at the moment. Both of them just add a bunch of extra lords. It is the Wheeze Special mod. W-E, Z. S-P-E-S-H-U-L. Wheeze Special. Which is done by Lost to Insanity. And there is also the Project Resurrection Parte Legendary Lords, which is done by several people. Moon, Hate Criminal, Art, and Bolint. So yes. Primarily amongst them, they add Rakarth the Beast Lord, Hag Queen Melida. There's probably some which I might be missing. Squeal Gnawtooth, who would be interesting. He's leading Clan Molder currently, which is quite nice. Squeal Gnawtooth was actually a character on the tabletop. He gave bonuses to rat ogres and giant rats, which he was leading, if I remember. And his model was quite nifty because he looked very similar to the giant rat he was leading. There are 2 High Elf factions. Is there? Added by it? Gorhill, Belenar the Wise, Althran, Stormrider, Imric. Some of them might not be showing up. Because I do have a bunch of them, and there might be some overlap. I did... Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, this is the part Legendary Lords, which adds the bunch of extra Dwarf Lords. I don't think it adds anyone to the Empire New. Or to the Southern Realms. But yes, if we have a look at the Dwarves, we have... Not him. That's, Old Door, which we played as before. That's wrong. Cazador was there. We have this guy, Sven Hasselfriesian, who leads Sven's expedition, the Spine of Sotek Dwarves. Minus 25 diplomatic relations with dwarves, plus 25% research rate, plus 10 casualty replenishment rate, plus 50 diplomatic relations with Marienburg, and so on. Bernoth Grundadrak, who leads Barakvar. He's focused on naval and master engineers. Ulrich Radolfsson, who has a thing for Longbeards, Thanes. I believe he's very traditional, so he's even more traditional than most other dwarves, so he doesn't like, even black powder units like Thunderers, so you have to be using Quarrelers and all that with him. He's Carrick Hearn, so up in Black Mountains. Brock Ironpick in Carrick Norn, who is actually apparently positive towards Iron Drakes, Flame Cannons, Gyrocopters, and Gyrobombers. And also extra range for those. That's nice. Rorik Granite Hand for Carrick Ziflin. Construction cost reduction. Minus 50% upkeep for Iron Breakers. Ooh, that's neat. Extra income from iron, gold, and stone quarries. Physical resistance for miners and Iron Breakers. That's neat. And extra weapon strength. And Barundin Stoneheart, who heads Zufbar. Extra research, because Zufbar is a very technologically advanced dwarf hold. Plus 25% ammunition, plus 10% range. Recruitment cost. Plus 50% for dwarf melee unit recruits. Okay, so you have to focus on ranged for him. And the Wii special actually adds a bunch of greenskin. A few greenskin lords. We have Tidit Four Eyes, who I have played a bit of. As you start in Black Venom. You start in down here. Karak Angaraz, or something like it's called. And I actually also had this settlement up here, but I had no army for it, so it was pretty easily taken from me. He has reduction of upkeep for goblins and night goblins, but he's a forest goblin themed lord. You start with a Ragnarok spider and you get charge bonuses for spider riders. All that. That was pretty fun to play as, but I didn't get up to the point of getting forest goblins. Gorbad Ironclaw, who controls the Western Badlands, but not Ekerund, apparently. Minus 25% upkeep for orcs. Diplomatic relation penalty was a lot of good factions. Minus 10 public order for local enemy province. That's nice. It causes a lot of public order issues wherever he goes. Extra armor piercing for orc boarboys and orc boarboy biggins. That's nice. And immune to psychology. And also Grak Beast Basher, who is a savage orc. Starts over in Austria. Hence the Blue Vipers? Yeah. And bonus versus large, plus 6 for savage orc units and weapon strengths, plus 10% when fighting against lizardmen. And is that it? That might be it, really. Yeah, I think so. Yep. Okay, it's just a few extra lords. So. Starting a new campaign. Well. As I said, I don't really have some ideas. Play as Elspeth. Possibly. I mean. Start in Wissenland. Magic resistance for all lords. Winter magic upkeep minus 30% for artillery units. I was thinking, mate. I have said a few times I'd like to do a Estalia playthrough. Or a Estalia campaign. I'm holding off on Kislev because they're getting a big update sometime, I think. With a whole bunch of new models. Ooh. Encourage people to have a look at that. They're looking very nice. Darkness comes. There's also the Barrow Legion. Which... we only had 3 episodes of that. And I would kind of like to do it again. Actually, speaking of... has it been updated? Don't think it has been. Let me just check something. I apologize for this. Because... go to... there. And here. Okay. It's still pending. Oh well. People just have to hold off on the emote. Because I had changed it. But it hasn't been... it hasn't been accepted. And it would be thematically appropriate. For a playthrough as Kemler. As I was saying, I do have a current campaign going as Durthu with Drycha. Which is quite fun. But I don't think it's different enough, really, to show it off. I do have expanded factions Beastmen, so we could build themed armies of, you know, like best, what's it called? Slangors, Corngors, Pestigors and all that. Ooh, what's this? Ovian just got an update. Let me have a look. Where would that... How would I bring that up? There we go. Okay, let's see. Is it mentioned in the thread here? It is. Troll Spit and Polish. Reworked troll recruitment buildings. One chain is Chaos Norscan themed, and the other is for normal trolls. Okay, I think I saw that that discussion where someone was saying Chaos trolls and normal trolls are exactly the same. It's a bit doubling up, and it is kind of. But personally, I'm fine with the units being exactly the same, just looking different because, I have a mod which adds a whole bunch of different goblin units, and they're all slightly different, but really not different enough to warrant all the changes, but it's just for themed armies. New campaign icon for main cinema buildings. No more landmark pink-purple color. Trolls have a new faction trait of +10 growth to all settlements. Buffed slaves to chaos tech and added some info in the description. Buffed troll toll tech. Red line skills tweaked to better fit the recruitment building rework. When trolls occupy a settlement, they gain the well-fed effect for 4 turns up from 2. If they raise, they will get the effect for 5 turns up from 4, and sacking remains the same. Okay. Fixed tech tree crashes for Albion and Norska, and the other issues for Famia, Rotblood, and Troll tech trees. Replaced Chief Ugma's Master of the Fend skill as they can't recruit Famia, and worked Cyclopean Fiend for the same reason. Added vanilla trolls and chaos trolls to the custom unit set, so Lord skills and text apply to them now. Okay, that's nice. Just a bunch of things. Ooh, what's this? Oh, okay, I'll read that later. Don't worry. Just someone, Elon, sending me a message. Thank you very much. Okay, so, I also had a I think I'll do the Estalia. Because I want to have a look at them, and I haven't played as them properly for a while, properly, really at all, so. What do we get? Lupio Sunscryer. A glorious bastard. I'm going with Estalia specifically because they get, like, Inquisitor Lords? And all that. There's quite a bit of difference between Tylia, Estalia, and the Border Princes. They have slightly different army lists each. But you do get to play as different lords amongst them. So you have Valmir Golsa for Southern Realms of, well, here. Gashnag apparently starts there. Would you get him as a lord or Border Princes if you played as Valmir? I don't know. Lupio is the only lord for Estalia. Lucrezia Belladonna, who is for Tabaro, just here, starts right next to Skaven Blight, usually ends the campaign by getting blown up by Icket Claw. That's another faction I could play as, actually. Clan Pestilence with Lord Skrulk, because the Plague mechanic got an update in the last patch. But there's nothing really different to that faction, and I kind of like showing off the odd factions. Oh, what's this? Well, thanks for sharing the mods. I'll have a look at them while the campaign's loading. Leonardo Catrezza, Talia. Borgio the Besieger for Talia as well. That model is so well done. It looks pretty much exactly like him. El Cadavo and Marco Colombo, who both start off in Austria. Well. Do. Yeah, I think we'll do Estalia. Why not? There we go. Just because I'm playing one of the factions of the this doesn't mean I won't possibly play as another faction later on. Okay, and I'll pause the recording while... Well, actually, listen. While he may be described as gold-obsessed and slightly deranged, Lupio Sunscryer also has the ambition necessary to fulfill Estalia's destiny. As he readies his people for war, Lupio looks to the north and to the east. Should his tertios encroach on Bretonia or Talia first? Closer to home, ratmen infest the fallen city of Tylos, and the peninsula is ever threatened by unholy pirates and beasts of chaos. It is by Myrmidia's will that Lupio will purge these abominations and cement Estalia as the foremost nation of men in the old world. It's very grand looking. Okay, let's have a look at these mods. Let's see. New settlement, who dis... Ever wonder why the dwarves would reconquest Black Crag and just leave it with the Infidelious name? Oh, okay, it renames the settlements when they take them. Karak Ungor to be renamed as Red Eye Mountain if it's occupied by the Greenskins. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Usually, yes, when I captured like Black Crag, I just rename it to Karak Dromar, I think the dwarven name for Black Crag is. Something like that. Because you could just rename the settlement in game. And the other one is the Dwarf Grudge tank, which I have actually seen. It's just like this land barge. It's got a little dwarf in a cockpit on top. I didn't notice that before. It's just like a big battering ram or something. Apparently it's got like grenades it knocks out of it. Damar's tank is a tier 4 unit for dwarves. Has no ranged weapon, but is immensely fast. Not fast for a dwarf, but very heavy that can penetrate into almost any infantry formation. It can expel powerful steam, which can give surmountable damage around. It certainly looks interesting. That's done by well, unfortunately I can't read their name out because it's in Korean and I can't read Korean. Apologies. I believe Korean is phonetically pronounced, but I can't read the Korean alphabet. Okay, well, thanks for sharing those. May as well update the ticker. So let's see. Estalia. There we go. Okay, so it's going to be pike and shot, and light cavalry and cannons. And we're going to have a lot of threats, because we've got Araness Assault Spite, we've got the Dread Fleet, possibly Bretonia, Skaven. Fourth one? I don't know whether they'll care about us. We also get to admire some of the models which I've imported into the campaign, because you'll see in the background there, the Estalian troops have crests on their helmets. Very nice. We also get a nice variety of Regiments of Renown, which is something I remember. Whole bunch of them. All from everywhere. All over the place. From the Dogs of War list. One of them in particular is one I really like. I actually made the Lord for it. Kit bashed it by putting bits of models I had together. Let me see if I can get him. Okay. It's not like I can show it off, but... dusty. Yeah. Yes. I made a model based on, now I've forgotten his name. Oh, what's his name? The, something or other, cursed company. He's the undead guy who, whenever he kills someone, they get raised as a skeleton under his control. I made a model of him based off of the body of a Bretonnian men-at-arms with a cut-down Bretonnian shield into a triangular-shaped shield. I've got one of the old skeleton heads for him. It's kind of no-necked, but I think it turned out pretty well. Took a lot of layers of yellow to get the yellow nice and vibrant. Ugh. Gonna load. I'll pause the video and then start it again when it finished loading. Okay. That didn't take too much longer. So, here we are. Ugh. We are located in Magretta. We have Diwali. And we don't have... oh, we actually have Tabaru. Oh, we have Lucrezia Belladonna. Okay, she doesn't start as her own faction. Oh, no, wait. She's a neutral faction, but we have Tabaru?
I serve the lady.
That's a little odd. Can we confederate her?
I will not rest until your whole race is destroyed.
Oh, jeez. We can confederate with her. Can we confederate with Talia?
Greetings.
Oh, we can. Okay, so we could end up with the other lords. I thought we wouldn't be able to because their army lists are different, but I suppose it's just different units are available to recruit for them. Interesting. Non-aggression pact and trade agreement. Just a trade agreement? Yeah, sure. There we go. Though Tabaru not having... yeah. Lucrezia not having Tabaru is... kind of puts a big... you know... kink in her plans. Can't... she's not at war with us. Unless she declares war on us. Ikit Claw's not at war with her, but... Ikit Claw's actually at war with us. He might raise it or take Tabaru, then she'll take it or something. I feel like that we're not supposed to have Tabaru. Okay, let me see. So,
I will marshal the band.
Lupio Sunscryer. We have swordsmen, pikemen, royal guard, handgunners, pistoliers, and a mortar. I believe these swordsmen and these handgunners are the same as the Empire units. Pikemen are a different unit. They look different though. Clad in heavy armor, a formation of these pikemen is a deadly hedgehog pointed at the enemy. 60 armor, 26 weapon strength, armor piercing is 8, bonus versus large is 17. They also have push of pikes. If they're in melee, and their leadership is higher than 50%, they have this augment, which goes off as soon as they're in melee, and it increases their melee attack by 20%. A solid pike line attacked on the front is virtually unassailable, and it quickly transforms in a spiky caterpillar of death. Should probably say into a spiky caterpillar of death. Okay.
Raise Sigma.
And the Royal Guard. 68 in a unit, so smaller. They're missile infantry. A reliable force of veterans in heavy armor and the best handguns. So they are primarily missile. They have 20 melee attack and defense, 28 weapon strength, 6 charge bonus, 24 ammunition, 165 range, and 18 missile damage. With 11.7 second reload time. How's that compare against these? Oh, it's this exactly the same. Okay, so yeah, they're just like more rounded versions of the handgunners. With like 45 extra armor, plus 20 leadership. Minus 3 speed, due to the heavy armor they're wearing, I suppose. 4 extra melee attack, 3 extra melee defense, 4 weapon strength, 2 charge, 2 extra ammunition, but the same attack. So the handguns aren't actually better, unless their base stats are different. Let's see. 5-17. 5-17. Nope. Okay, so the handguns are exactly the same. And pistoliers, which are much better than they used to be. I believe a reloading animation they had is changed.
Now,
Okay, and we've got Lupio's Sunscryer, a lord here. He can get a warhorse, a barded horse, a horse, an acceptable amount of florins for a horse. He also gets show off. Some people mistake Lupio's battlefield antics for astute shows of force and bravery for all the troops. Truth is, they're Lupio's own satisfaction. Might be better to say they're for Lupio's own satisfaction? I don't know. Anyway. Stance, show off, halberd. Leadership aura size, plus 15%, and character's aura leadership effect, plus 5. You can also get a griffin mount. I had actually sent to buy a unicorn made of diamonds, like a real live unicorn made of diamonds. Very stylish, but they said it can't be done. Unimaginative buggers, a lot of them. Reference to Borderlands? Lustrian, Obsidian Blade. Among the spoils from Lustria, this magnificent blade stands out, for it doesn't look like made for pagan reptiles, and its edge never grows dull. Okay. It looks like it's made for pagan doesn't look like it was made for pagan reptiles, and its edge never grows dull. Yeah. And Ring of Desire. This ring bears an eerie and intriguing aura over it. Inquisitors never managed to get it off Lupio for investigation. Increases magic item drop chance, physical resistance. It increases chaos corruption by +2. And income from post-battle loot plus 20%. Passive ability, Ring of Desire. Constant, around self. If his hit points go lower than 50%, it increases plus 15% weapon damage, plus 8 melee attack, plus 8% charge bonus, and immune to psychology. Okay. Slight Slaneshi feel to that. He gets Masters of the Sea. Magritte naval prowess accepts very few rivals, begrudgingly. Plus 5 leadership when fighting at sea. Minus 75% casualties suffered from high seas attrition. Plus 5 melee attack when attacking at sea. All armies faction-wide. Nice. El Dorado. Estalians are notoriously fascinated by the gold overseas. Lupio is more interested in the gold over himself. Okay, increases leadership and income from ports. Worthless peasants. They stink, and they really don't know any better than living in muddy shacks. Also, something should be done about their wretched windmills. Growth, minus 10, local province. Diplomatic relations, plus 10 with Bretonia. Tax rate, plus 5%, local province, and public order, minus 2, all provinces. The Royal Legion. Perfect uniforms and incessant drills. That's the stuff. Unit experience gain per turn, plus 25. Income from post-battle loot plus 5%. Experience gain per turn plus 100. Armor piercing damage plus 2. Reload time reduction plus 10%. Plus 10% upkeep. Plus 15% income from post-battle loot. And we can actually choose this, one of these ones, which either focuses on our more elite units, reducing their upkeep, but increasing the upkeep of the more mundane units, or focusing on our more mundane units, which decreases which gives a vigor loss reduction, whereas this one gives a weapon damage plus 2 and a melee attack, melee defense and leadership plus 5. Okay. Rally, hold the line, the ingenuous and righteous struggle. Oh yes, this. Lupio has secretly concocted the perfect plan to dramatically improve the region's welfare and might. Weapon damage, plus 1,605% against windmills. Lord's Army. Bonus versus large, plus 5 when fighting against Chaos Beastmen, Norscan, and Greaskins. If we come across any windmills, we're set for life. We don't have to send Lupio at them. The bonus versus large is pretty nice. Or the Lord's Army versus Chaos. Also Beastmen. Route Marcher. Free reign. Commander that allows his captains and troops to everything they can put their hands on is either irresponsible, well-advised, criminally and aggressive, or all of the above. -6 public order local province. Income from raiding plus 30%. Lord's Army. Does that include my province, or is that like my province and the enemy's provinces? Because it makes sense if it's lowering the enemy's public order, because they're losing the countryside. Does that mean they're also raiding my own regions? Because my army's so unruly? Extra security. You know you're doing it right when everyone and their mamas are sending people to stab you. Fervent, irrepressible, connoisseur. This man can easily distinguish between an ancient elven magical sword or of implacable might and a piece of shiny iron, which is not so simple when the artifact itself is in that disguise. Festive. Sometimes it's just time to party. The louder the better. Logistician. Alert. And paranoia. Someone might dub it a psychotic complex, but who knows what those shadows are plotting. This lord does. Okay. And what are our bonuses for our faction? Let's see. Hardened veterans. Strong vigor plus 5 armor. Plus 8% damage for all units, rank 7 and above. Cool. So as our army gets more elite, they get even stronger. Public order plus 3 all provinces, and tax rate -6% all provinces. This is requisitions towards the royal muskets. And Lupio Sunscry himself has royal muskets and royal gilt. Good handguns are the future of warfare. If only those wretched peasants wouldn't whine so much about having to pay for them. Pardon me. Good, yeah. When normally killed in battle, this lord will be wounded instead. Okay, that's fine. Range plus 14% for gunpowder, cavalry, and infantry units. Lord's Army. Public order -7, local province, and tax rate plus 30%, local province. Okay, cool. You'll note he starts off with a sword and shield. If we get this, he does actually get a helmet. Okay, and our settlement. Let's see. Iron Pit, Iron Mine, Iron Smelter. We get this building, which I think is like the Grand the Ecclesiatium. Yeah. Arch Ecclesiatium of Media, or something like that. It's kind of going off the screen there. It gives us so much stuff. Knights of the Righteous Spear, Knights of the Blazing Sun, and Templar of Myrmidia. We can get Mercenary Hub, which allows us to get some Paymaster Bodyguard, which are pretty good for our army. They increase our melee attack. Also, they can give a leadership... No. It's like a frenzy bonus? Yeah. And no pay, no gain. So, motivated heroism. Let's see. Self affects allies in range. Active if in melee. Disabled if officer is dead. Effect range 30 meters. Effect is +8 melee attack. Ugh. Oh, pardon me. When the company's money chest is, so to speak, a capital at risk, everyone is driven to selfless acts of bravery to protect it from the wrong hands. Yeah, this is the pay wagon. And if the money is under threat, then your troops fight harder. Grab what you can. Oi, get your hands off my pay. May not be the war cry for the history books, yet many attackers may be repelled when the paymaster is down and the chest is unprotected. Duration 45 seconds. Target self affects allies in range. Disabled if leadership is high. Effect range is 50 meters. Okay, so this becomes active when the leadership gets low. And it affects all of your... the unit itself and all units in range. I suppose, yeah, because they're all trying to pick up all the gold which has been dropped by the wagon. And... no pay, no gain. Constant around self affects allies in range. Disabled if leadership is high. Map wide, -5 leadership. Once the paymaster's chest is lost and reasonably out of reach, there is little point for mercenaries to hang around around the battlefield after the immediate opponents have been dispatched. So, you can throw it into battle for a melee attack bonus. When it's fleeing, you get a temporarily buff to all of your units. However, after that buff wears out, or while that buff is present, but it's offset. So that would be a +5 leadership bonus, not a +10, because this comes into effect as well at the same time. And this actually affects your entire army, not just 50 meters around the paymaster's bodyguard. Everyone gets -5 leadership because it's like, oh, well, all the money's gone. They've gone and taken it. Let's get out of here because there's no point fighting. Organ guns up there and cannons up there. Okay. And this increases capacity for the units. Training field, spearmen, swordsmen, crossbowmen, spearmen, shields. Pikemen, adventurers. The fellow human is hardly worrisome when one has faced murderous lizardmen in Lostria. They're better swordsmen. And they have immune to psychology, which is nice. Because they're like, they've seen it all. Halberdiers, I believe they're the same as the Empire ones. Captain, Royal Guard we've seen. Montante swordsmen. I'm pronouncing that right. I believe they're just great swords. And Black Watch, halberd infantry. Sitting in a shade of grey between Order of the Eagle and Estalian Inquisition, the Black Watch is made of the most fanatical and stubborn among knightly aristocracy. So they're better... they're better halberd infantry? Let's see. 30 armor. 110 armor. Wow, yes, they are. 70 leadership. 75 leadership. 30 speed. 28 speed. 30... let's see. 30 melee attack, 46 melee defense. 26, 42. Yep, okay, they're better. 28, 33. That is 9, 24, and 19. This is 8, 20, and 16. Yep, that's higher overall. And 14 charge bonus. 8 charge bonus. Yeah, they're just generally better overall halberds. For like 100 gold increase. That's pretty nice. We get lancers, very light. Well, not very light, really. 82 speed, 65 armor with a shield. Shock cavalry. Riders. I think that image is... Is this a new unit? I think it is. What's the lancer say? Good horses and fine steel, moving fast on the battlefield. Riders, missile cavalry. These hardy mercenaries have learned how to best deal harm unpunished. Okay, are they like, what's it called? Pistoliers? Oh, we don't actually get pistoliers. We start with some. I suppose these are replacing pistoliers? And noble retinue. The condottieri's own relatives. Heirs to the Tylian knights that won the tournaments in Corone. Pretty good cavalry. Armored anti-large. Yep. Handgunners, mortar, light cannons. Smaller mobile cannons can be instrumental in advanced tactics. I suppose they have they have a higher speed for artillery, 25. 20. Yeah, slightly faster. They might deal less damage to the Empire cannons. Okay. Light Wizard, Amethyst Wizard. Knights of the Righteous Spear. The Order of the Eagle is the armed protector of Myrmidia on the battlefield. Anti-large cavalry. And Templar of Myrmidia again. We actually also get all of the wizards. The Empire does. Wizard's Tower. Walls and a Star Fort. Ooh, it gives a cannon barrage ability now. That's nice. Night Watch, Art Workshops, Landed Estates and all that. Okay, that's fine. Right, so, I am going to build... Public Order is -2. Because of you. Hey Kazrak, how's it going? The patch actually made him one-eyed again.
What does the Emperor bid?
I kind of want to get rid of this building in here and build in Tabaro. But with Ikit Claw there, I'm pretty sure Tabaro is kind of, you know, done for.
Yes, my lord.
Damsel,
Hey, Lucrezia.
those who cross me do not live to
You just don't want to do anything. Military actions against Tabaro. I suppose because we took Tabaro. Fine. Whatever. People are pretty neutral to us. Really? Yep. Okay. We have got Dreadfleet over here. Aranessa's over here.
Thassa's most infamous.
I didn't realize she started so far away from Sartosa. I mean, so far away. She can't move into the settlement in the first turn.
The nation calls.
We may as well go attack Kazrak. Only going to get stronger. Let's go try and deal with that problem right now. Okay. Hey Kazrak, how's it going? So, we're going to be trying to use our pikes against their minotaurs. We've got the Royal Guard there? Yeah. Along with our handgunners. We got one unit with shields. Kazrak will be kind of tough. We have got cavalry though. Estalias are pretty good. And our mortar's nice too. They're no steel rain mortars. We're gonna have to send expeditions off to Austria to loot those lizardmen cities. Because that's just what we do. Okay. Let's see.
Ready to serve.
You can go over here. Hide in the forest.
Mortar.
Water there.
Spearmen. Swordsmen.
Go like this.
Ready for war.
You can go there.
Handgunners.
We're actually going to have to form a gun line in a position where we're going to be able to shoot them. Something happened. We're just fighting against Kazrak. He starts near our city, so I wanted to deal with him. I apologize, the beginning of these can be a bit slow. I like to go through all the units firsthand, so I know what I'm dealing with. Maybe I should rethink that. Let's see. Yeah, you can go like that.
Yes, sir.
And position yourselves like that. Okay. And Lupio, where's those Royal Guard? There they are. Okay, hold ground, and let's have a look at the units. Very nice. So here's our swordsmen. They have the neat conquistador helmets. Different shields as well, I believe. Or are they? Actually, they might just be retextured Empire shields. To have some of these round targes, I think they're called. And the neat helmets with the crests on them. Some models which are added to the game. I believe in the really early screenshots for the Empire for Warhammer 1, the units actually had Conquistador-style helmets on them, which was a bit odd. But they changed that later on. Our handgunners, all with the floppy hats, and they're bright colours too. And some more crests. They've got a bit more of a ragtag look to them than the Empire has. There's Lupio. His shield. It says Sol Invictus on it. So he's like a right, he's like a Knight of the Blazing Sun or something. Or he's just grandiose. There's the Royal Guard. They don't look that different from the normal soldiers. They have more armor. They have the leg armor. And the breastplate looks a bit better. A bit more uniform. But not as heavily armored as you'd expect, I suppose. Well, no. I suppose they've just got slightly more armor. The more swordsmen and our pikes. Now, there's no pikes in Warhammer 2 Total War, or Warhammer Total War. So there's no pike formation. These guys are essentially just spear wielders, but with long spears. They won't be bracing, you know, with their pikes down. That's what the bonus they have is, which they get a melee attack bonus when they get into melee, is their form. That's why this push of Pike's ability is here, to represent the fact that, you know, Pikes in Rome Total War and all that would be in braced formation against cavalry and all that. It just gives them a bonus while they're in melee. For 15 seconds. Just the initial part of battle. And our Pistoliers, but I think they will look just like the Empire ones. Yes, they do, pretty much. They actually have some crests on their helmets. On his bird helmet, it actually works surprisingly well. And some of these more conquistador helmets, they do look cool. We're going to just have to go to Lustria. You can't have conquistador helmets and not raid a new world. I'm sorry. Okay, come Kazrak. Show us what you're made of. Estalian pike and shot will deal with you and your smelly brethren. You're pretty sure that the formations mod did have pike formations and even 5 by ranks. I'm gonna have to look at that. In previous Total War games, it was possible for the pikes to go into like a braced formation where they would level their pikes. I don't think they could do that because they can't add animations. 5 by ranks might be doable? I'm not too sure. I'll have to look at that. Boom. Splat.
Swordsmen! Formation march!
Move up.
Our steeds are restless.
Fire at them. Go into thing. Hold the line. Damn it.
For Heldenhammer! By Ulrich's wrath! Spearmen! Add speed! Moving now!
Yeah, because you'll see they're essentially just poking people with their pikes. I mean, that's what they do anyway, but there's not like, you know, they're doing the slash animation like their normal swords, normal spears against them. Because there's not a specific pike animation. But, you know, it works well enough. Oh, dear.
Very well!
Out of there. We might have needed to get a few more units before I did this.
Attack!
Come on.
Moving now!
Hurt those uncle.
For France! Sigmar guides us!
Oh, dear.
Take the ground!
What are you running for, you cowards?
Yours!
Come back, you cowards.
Pistoliers! By Cavalry! Formation march! Woo! Spearmen!
A nice thing about this also is that my pikes don't hurt my own units. We don't have to worry about them,
To battle! Ready!
you know, damaging my own guys.
Spearmen! Take the ground!
Okay, where are they?
Sigmar's heirs!
There they are.
For
Ow.
Heldenhammer! Spearmen! Ready! Yes, sir! Quickly! For
Do you have charge defense? You do have charge defense versus large. Expert charge defense, actually.
stop! Yes, General! Attack!
This is what you're made for, pikes.
Taking position!
Possibly.
Quick march! To battle!
This is not going very well. I underestimated the damned beastmen.
Pistoliers! Yes, sir! Quickly! Handgunners! For the Emperor! For the Heldenhammer!
I mean, we could shoot them to pieces, but...
Pistoliers!
God, those minotaurs just tore through those pikemen. I suppose they weren't deep enough
Mortar!
in ranks. They just, you know...
Pistoliers! No lingering! What do you bid? No lingering! In range!
No, leave them alone.
Handgunners! Swordsmen! Attack!
Well, that wasn't
Preserve us!
really what I wanted to do.
Lingering! To battle! Faster! Yes, sir!
Come on. If we deal with those minotaurs, we'll probably be less... less of... We'll have a less of a problem.
Handgunners!
Where are they? Oh. They're over there.
Yes, sir! To battle!
Go over here.
Pistoliers!
Are you going to be able to break them? Up. Up. 4. Oh, nah. You just went up to 7.
Speed! Yes, sir! Quickly! No lingering! Mortar!
Alright, get over here.
Take the ground!
Tell Mixer he needs to give more elite units and monsters to Estalia. Poor guy.
We are Sigmar's heirs! Handgunners!
Estalia doesn't have demigryphs.
Take the ground!
Oh.
Yes, sir, quickly! To battle!
I can hear the teeth grinding from here.
At speed! Take the ground! Swordsman! At speed!
As we'll find, kind of the point of the border prince prince factions, just to cover this, is that they don't have those things. They don't have the heavy artillery and all that the Empire have, and they don't have demigryphs. They're a lot more traditional in that way. Just for variety's sake, really, more than anything else. Are you guys just terrible shots, or what? How could you miss that much beef? And that's what happens when you miss all that beef.
Yes, my lord! Now! Battle away!
Now you can't miss them, they're right next to you.
Withdraw!
Stab! Come on, men! Look, they're barely wearing any armor. Just stab him in the heart or something. There you go.
Mortar!
Did I just really charge my mortar crew into battle there?
Yes, General!
That's how desperate things became.
Swordsman! Yes, sir! Quickly! Formation!
Oh.
March! Which target, General?
Hello.
Handgunners!
Get over there.
We serve France!
I would like to have more, you know, shot on my pistoliers, but they've done pretty good. 82 kills. Stab him in the neck.
Handgunners!
I think we get some units with dirty fighting and all that.
I always
Wouldn't be surprised if we didn't. I'd be surprised if we didn't. Do we get swashbucklers? Maybe we don't.
Sigma!
I think maybe there's a Regiment of Renown which has that.
Gunners! Ready!
Yes, the art of
My command!
stabbing them into vulnerables.
Now! Soldiers of the Empire! For Heldenhammer! We must
Stay out.
Empire
That's the mortar crew again. Whatever, they've got swords. Hey, Cataract carked it.
Sigma calls! By Sigma, obey me!
How are you going? Good, the Ungol Raiders. Hey! We won by the skin of our teeth.
Awaiting orders!
Our mortar crew got 44 kills.
Moving now! Ready to
And that
fire!
wasn't from their mortars.
At speed!
And this is what happens when you leave two units close to each other. Both get damaged. Yeah, well. Well, we won that. We probably won't be able to chase down the survivors, so.
Pistoliers!
My handgunners really aren't that accurate. Like, compared to the dwarves, I've been spoiled. Look at that! They're just missing every shot. Oh.
The twin-tailed comet!
If I get some epic unit stories, I'm going to be making Regiment of Renown out of them. It will be neat, but you know, I don't want work
Get them!
done like, you know. They've got a lot on their plate. The poor modders have got a lot on their plate already. All the constant demands. Why does this not work with SFO? And does this work with SFO? I saw the thing about, does Mixer's Unlocker work with Krynos' Unlocker? Well, I'm running both unlockers and it doesn't work. I don't mean to make fun. I know if you don't understand how it works, it's like it's like what's it called? It's kind of ephemeral and all that, you know. But come on. Do a solid for the mod authors. Read the nice write-ups they write on the Steam Workshop page. It usually helps and answers questions. Southern Realms, Mercenary Mechanic, Dogs of War. What? No. That's how a lot of Regiment Renown in this mod came to be. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Well then. I'll be, let's say I'll be encouraged to chuck my units into, you know, stupid situations to get some stories. I have to notice them. I had to think of like a mortar crew, which is better at close combat fighting than using their mortar. I want a Regiment of Renown mortar that the crew has anti-large, unbreakable, and low because they fought a lot of minotaurs. This mortar's anti-large. I don't see the shot as being any more effective against large. No, it's not the shot. Oh man. Like that tabletop rune for the dwarf artillery. I think I know what you mean. For unbreakable? Is it? There was a bunch of runes for the tabletop for dwarves. I think I had a mod which actually made a whole bunch of them. Yeah, there was a mod before the Dwarves Forge got released, which added a whole bunch of the runes which were from the tabletop you could make, and they acted like flags, and you could give them to units. So you could give your cannon the rune of, rune of fire, and it would give their shots flaming attacks. That was pretty cool. Also things like Vanguard your cannons, which works a bit better. You know, you'd be able to use your, miners and the like a bit better with that. You'd be able to back them up with some artillery. Is that active? I think I have both of those mods active, or was that a different mod? Might have been for Warhammer 1. Oh. That... No, it didn't. Okay. Pyrrhic victory. Yeah, can't get much more Pyrrhic than that. Oh, we actually... 206 dead. 23. Well, we got rid of Kazrak.
We march.
But we can't do anything else. And there's these guys. Oh, bugger. We're in a bit of a sticky... I didn't know this unit, this army was here.
I will marshal the men.
Lupio. I mean, we can't really move you over here because they can just like go whoop. And probably,
Yes?
you know, just beast path. I think they can reinforce after the beast path.
Yes.
Beast pathed. Previously, I was able to do that. Oh, sod it. Go up here. Try and cross the river. I mean, you can't move fast enough to cross the river. Can we get a Regiment of Renown to help us? No. Welp. I'm going to recruit another lord. Hugo Romero. Pablo Santiago. Let's get Hugo Romero.
The nation calls.
This is the Inquisitor Lord. Lord? Oh, he gets a hippogriff. Inquisitorial troops. Okay, that's Black Watch and Noble Retinue. Spell Quench. Pretty nice. Familiar's Ward. Judgment. Hard to hit. Faith's Bastion. I suppose he really is just a Witch Hunter Lord type. Chaos Bane. Ooh. Yep. We shouldn't be expecting anything too, you know, dramatically different for our armies. Because that's not what Estalia and Italia are, the Southern Realms are about. Get that. Get more wine. Oh, we have a unique technology tree where we can get expeditionary veterans, recruit the veterans, unfazed survivors, immune to psychology, all lords, leadership +5 for all characters, passive ability discombobulate for adventurers, carabiners, and Carlson militia units. What? Okay. And mercenary hosts, extra income from raiding, casualty replenishment income, sacking. Expeditionary tertiary. Missile resistance, +5% for all pikemen, swordsmen, and missile units. I'm kind of surprised the pikemen don't have missile resistance as base. I suppose it depends whether you consider the pikes would give protection from missiles or not. Do they? No, they don't. Okay. I mean, I don't know. It's something I remember people mentioning past, but whether that's just, you know, historical backing for it or whether it's just people hyping up things. Local steel. Armor piercing damage +2 for all units. Armor +10 for all heavy armor units. Classical military studies. Yep. Tactical superiority. Self-made leaders. Dwarven allies. We can get some dwarven units. Flourishing southern trade. Lucrezian diplomacy. Greater rights of Mamidia. Replenishment +10% for all knights and knights at a rate. Yep, and untainted public order +2. Grand Estalian Inquisition. I like that there's all this stuff about Inquisition, the Inquisition, and our Lord is like sus. They're looking everywhere. They just can't find it. Okay, that doesn't include our swordsmen and all that. Shield bearer units. Oh, yeah. Something I think I'm going to have to get a bit used to is I believe it includes units from the other factions. They do have the shield next to them, but not. Do we get shield bearers? I don't think I saw them in the list here. Like Watch, Adventurers, Pikemen, Spearmen. No. Okay. That it will mention units which, like, Talia will be able to get, but we can't. Okay, let's get just... Greater rights of Mamidia. The untainted and public order will be nice. Levy conscripts. We also have this. Plutocracy. Where we can get a bunch of things. Lord High Eagle of Mamidia. Cool. Once every 100 turns. Otho's Unlucky Organ. Oh, are these the Regiments of Renown which people were mentioning? Because I was thinking that we do have these ones, but these are based on the... these ones are all based on the Tabletop Dogs of War. So these are the other ones. That's pretty cool. Gunsleeves Rustlers, the Prince's Own, Knights of the Starry Shield, Sons of Strigos, Ulsingan's Challengers, the Tertio of Paravon, Verina's Owls, Dieter Schaffen's Fist, Knights Forlorn of Monte Castello. Knights, yeah. Strategy. Ah yes, we need iron for this. Southern all in, only the best. Least mercenary contracts, seal the feuds, offer support. Commercial intende. My pronunciation is probably going to be horrible. Honor the neighbors, the former colonists. Patronage trend. Stiletto politics, mercenary wars, delusions of grandeur. Curios, weapons. That seems... Scab's Gaith is pretty good. Blade of Antahak. Gives the hunger. Essentially just make your lord a vampire. Hellfire sword, jewel encrusted sword, obsidian blade. Trollhide. Dawn, Destroyer of Eternities. And unique items. Rocket boots, really? We get rocket boots? That's a Skaven unit. A Skaven weapon. Skull helmet is too, I think. Shroud of Death. Scorpion armor, Shield of Mimidia. Duke Olberex look-alike. Sun Scarab. Blessed Tome. That would be nice. 5,000 though. Enchanted Spyglass. Increases missile damage. Okay. Gilded Horn of Gallon Canuck. Oh, that's a bounce spell of the Gehenna's Metal Hounds. That's pretty neat. Nest of Sustenance. Emerald Collar. Book of Eerie Noises. Ring of Hukon. Renegade Crown. Armor of Faster. Amulet of Faster. Vambraces of the Sun. Okay. Fine. End turn. Lupio is most likely going to die horribly to Beastmen. But he'll be back. There goes to Burrow. Oh, jeez. Yeah, no way he could win that. And Ikit Claw just destroys the settlement. And Tabaro might be taking it. Ambush. Bowl Dart. They're not attacking me with their other army, I don't think. So we might be able to win this. How many are there? Oh no. Oh boy. They can't have much. Their lord, 20 Gauls, and a Minotaur? How could they feel like they could win with that? Or they can get reinforcements and ambush. Yeah, I'm suspecting they have their other army available. Hey, Lupio, yeah, don't bother. Go around the tree, Lupio. Everyone has to walk around the tree. Okay. Oh, there they are. Okay, form up gun lines. Form up, men!
Sir! Fire! Fire! Soldiers of the Empire! Don't miss fire! Yes!
Just drop the cannons! Drop the mortars! Get out of there! Oh god!
For the Emperor! Swordsmen! Get them! No lingering! By Ulrich's wrath! For the Emperor!
Okay. Run!
Combat! Quickly!
Mortar, the Minotaurs have come to finish the job! Stab him! Well, are you dead? No, you're not! Get back up! Get in there! Your sword is made of Estalian steel. Come on!
Swordsmen! Moving!
Stab them! Come on, lad! Come on, look, stab it in the knee! Or something. Well. Hey, you're not dead! Ah! Did we really just...
To battle!
Their lord is here still.
And gunners! Missiles will fly at speed! Sir! What do you bid?
Chase... Oh, they're shattered. Okay.
Seeking enemy! Missile infantry!
Shoot him!
Spearmen! For the twin tails of it! Yes, General! For the Emperor! State troops ready!
Do I really want to charge you all in against him? He will be able to mulch through you. Not really. Send this unit of 12 against them. The rest of them can flee. You 12 are going to hold him while my other guys attack him.
Moving now!
Okay, he's out in the open. Fill him full of lead.
Renown's aim! We're ready!
Hey! Victory. My plan worked. Crossfire!
Pike Sigma!
Don't shoot my own guys.
Spearmen! Quicker! Ready!
Damn it.
To battle! War!
Oh, you're out of ammunition.
Formation march!
Well, yeah. And we get to see the nice Beastman path maps. Is he dead yet? No. Because you guys can't hit the broadside of a barn. So apparently they felt like they could win that. Do Minotaurs really give them that much of a... that much, like, Kuspa? They only had, like... How many Minotaurs did they have? 3? They had more than 3. I thought they ended the last battle with 3. They might have replenished a few of them. The interim. Eh, whatever. Haha, we showed you. Lupio Sunscry is not going to go down that easily. Bring in the other army. Oh, he gets a potion of strength. The sludgy black liquor in this stern glass flask is a potion of strength, allowing the drinker to cause devastating damage. Now, execute captors. We're going to need the leadership if we get attacked again. Decline the attack. I thought they were going to do that. Oh! Actually, look at that! They beast pathed over the river. So they can't actually get to me. They'd have to go around the river or force march over it. Well, you know, if I stay near where the river is. Ugh. Okay.
To the provinces.
Hey, Lupio. You can go back home now.
Show me the accused. Seek out the heretics.
Run! Run! Out of the forest. It was a bad idea to go in there.
Moving off.
Oh,
Let us move.
whatever.
Raise Sigma.
And we did actually lose any of our unique units. We could get you show off. Ah, yes, everything was fine. Just give me my helmet, please. You'd already get that? I suppose we may as well get that. Oh. He causes fear. Oh, right. Yeah, because he defeated Kazrak. He causes fear now. He will still cause fear when I get that. Yep. It's just the... when you mouse over it, it doesn't show up properly. missile resistance? No, that's just because... It might take a turn for him to get his halberd. Yeah, show off gives you a halberd, which seems very useful. Yeah, yeah. You do think Lucrezia is more fun to play as. I have played a little bit as Lucrezia. She gets a lot of diplomatic stuff, I believe. I think also, like, skills which relate to her multiple husbands. Hey, look! And they took Tabaro. So it's all fine. We might be able to we might be able to confederate with them in the future. If they survive Ikit Claw, that is. Get some spearmen.
Not this time.
Oh, look at that. You still have your Warp Storm Doom Rocket. Clan Rats, Skaven Slaves, Warp Lock Giselles, Rattling Guns, Doom Flayers. How lovely. I think Bilbali will be able to fight off against...
So?
How far are you able to move? You go to here.
Pick up the pace.
And you might be able to force march into Bilbali next turn. Let's see, if we move you to maybe here.
Onwards.
And then you recruit Spearmen. Magritta has a pretty good garrison, so we should be safe in here, cowering behind the walls. Do I want anything? Shrieking Blade. Enables magical attacks and causes fear and terror. That'll be pretty good for him to scare off the Beastmen. The Bane Shield. Plus 30 armor. Plus 24 missile parry. For units nearby. Nice. Armor of the Stars. Nah. I like that a lot of these we only have to pay money. We don't need to have the resources. Actually, for all of those.
Ready.
You know what? Should I? It's a lot of money. 1,000. At least for the moment. These ones. And those, but all these ones don't. We don't really need it. Oh, show off as a mount? We can take it off later. Okay, that's good. I didn't realize it was a mount. So we can change him back to... How are you able to reach me? I was specifically out of your movement distance. At least that's what the game said. Maybe I wasn't far enough away. Retreat. At least we drew him over here. Okay. Yeah, and you can't go to Bilbali now because you can't go around. In Force March, yeah, you wouldn't be able to get out of range of him.
Is it time?
You know what? Rather than all this. Hey, Hugo, you're great. I'm probably going to recruit you at a later point, but I'll just disband you and we'll recruit someone else here. Oh, I like that. Inquisitor Lord's look. Disciplined would be nice. Yeah, we'll get Pablo Santiago. And you can recruit swordsmen and some crossbows. Go. And you, yeah, okay, show off. He's now in a halberd formation. We can't recruit any units here because Pablo is hogging them all. Do that. Go. And I'm going to get that sword. Let me see. Not the Bane Shield. Magical attacks won't work too much because they don't have physical resistance. Is there something a bit better? Everything else, 1,000. Charge bonus. Bonus versus large. Ogre Blade. Scab Scathe. Well, you know. Long, thin, expanding, tear-shaped attack. Strong versus multiple units. Or the hunger. No, I can't get that. I kind of like the idea of that. Sure. Scab Scathe. Well, I like the backing design there.
The nation calls.
Pablo, you get this. There we go. Okay. It will take a turn for him to get, so. But if he gets attacked by all these beastmen, it will at least help a bit more. Oh, there they go. Okay. Off into Bretonia. And we discover Borgio. Ambushing somewhere. Okay. Let me have a look. What's the time like? Well, I think normally we'd have about 35 more minutes for this, but I think because
I will marshal the band.
what? King's Quest 2, which I did before this, was shorter than normal. We could possibly go for a bit longer with this. Also because the intro for this was, you know, I think it took like 40 minutes to get into the actual campaign. I don't mean to talk for so long, it's just, I don't know. Time flies. What do I want? Get some spearmen and 2 crossbows. Go.
Who calls?
Get spearmen 1 unit of crossbows, and you can get a unit of crossbows. Oh, yeah, we don't have commandments now because Tabaro is owned by Lucrezia.
And it is gruesome.
Oh, thanks. Well,
Sigma's. You have a proposal?
Sigmar's what?
No, sir.
Sigmar's, you don't want to know what. I would like if the regions down here were expanded a bit more. Estalia could possibly have another army or something here. Hey! Haha! Fools! You attack Bilbali. We don't have walls, but we have Scab Scathe, and it's going to hopefully help deal with a bunch of Ungors. Okay. So we lack any cavalry. It'd be nice to have some for flanking purposes.
Spotter's the target.
Okay. Nice. And let's see. Yeah, it's just this massive divot here. But position yourselves up on this hill. We may as well take the hill.
Yes, sir.
Okay, also, let's have a look at our Inquisitor Lord. Hey, he looks pretty cool. I like the red on him. Ah! And our crossbows. Right.
Spearman! Go! For the Emperor! Yes, sir! Quickly!
Come on.
Taking position!
You don't actually have ranged attacks, Inquisitor Lord. Unlike the, what's it called? Unlike the Witch Hunters of the Empire, he doesn't have a pistol.
For Heldenhammer!
You have this, though. Weak against armor. Well, luckily, the, Ungors probably aren't wearing much armor.
Swordsmen! By God,
Okay.
Miraz! Sigmar commands! Moving now!
Move over.
The Empire endures! Ready for war! Yes, quickly!
What's this formation? Yeah, it's really short and narrow.
Go!
Charge up!
None shall live! Battle and blood
Ooh.
await! Make me proud of the province!
Ah, it's not too bad.
Quick march!
Hey, you got 12 kills from that.
What do you bid? Sigma! Now! Sir!
Charge!
Ready! Yes, General! At speed! Moving now! Crossbowman! Yes, General!
Okay.
Shoot it! We are Sigmar's heirs! Spearmen!
Come on. Just, like, pester them.
Sigmar commands!
Yeah, that's what I want.
Quick march!
You're getting shot, but you're forcing you're forcing them to move away, which means they're not shooting me.
Understood! Finding range, sir! Hang
Okay,
on!
shoot those guys.
Spearmen! No lingering! Ready to hunt! By Ulrich's
Okay.
wrath!
You lot go there.
Yes, sir,
You
quickly!
move like this.
The Heldenhammer! Slay the heretics!
Oh, you fled.
By all
Well,
means,
you
go.
know.
We serve the Emperor.
Pick them off! Pick them off!
Come on, keep your shields up.
Spot us the target!
Ow. Ow. Come on. The arrows probably aren't even straight. Yay, victory.
Swordsmen! Large! Missiles at the ready!
Actually, don't kill their lord. Because killing their lord will just mean that they'll recruit another one
Take the ground.
at full strength.
Take the ground!
So it's easier if we just leave him injured. Of course, things are being tougher there at water crew.
We are ready!
Wish we had our mortar crew. They would be able to deal with it.
Yes, sir! Quickly!
Minotaurs, no problem. Yeah, because I don't have the mortar crew. they are the true, they're the true, you know, they're called. They're players of the match. Stars of the show. Like that. I'm gonna have to come up with a name for them. I should be able to come up with like an appropriate. I should be able to come up with an appropriate name. We're playing as Estalia, which is kind of an XP of Spain. So, something to do with like, what are they called? I don't remember what they're called. Oh man. Toro something or other. Way. Big brass bull boy. You can have paranoia. Yes, we're going to get the skill paranoia. Is now infrared.
Praise Sigma.
Lupio, you can get rally. Oh, he gets rally right at the beginning. That's pretty good. That's pretty nice. I'm just gonna hold on for 4 more turns.
Seek out the heretics. Yes, my lord.
I'm gonna have to think of it. Think on it a bit. Red Bull Mortars.
So.
Okay, get that, and end turn. El Toro Diablo. That is Toro the Spanish word for bull. Let me see. I don't think it is. Let's see. Come on. Why are you being so slow? I don't think. Go. Yeah, Toro. El Toro Diablo is just the bull, the devil bull, but that's not really. Let me just expand on this a little more. I don't know for Spanish's. I don't know for Google's Spanish and how accurate it is, but I put in the devil bull mortars, and it comes up with Los Morteros del Toro del Diablo, which is a bit long in the tongue, long in the horn, if you will. What about just the bull mortars? Los Toros Morteros. Maybe. It is accurate? Okay.
I trust no.
I know, because I know Google can be iffy on
Who calls?
grammar. Occasionally. And I apologize for my terrible Spanish. I have never learnt Spanish in pronunciation, so I just pronounce it like I sees. That's fine there. That's just public order. There. Do I want anything else? Can't get anything else. No, really, we're just sitting around. You don't speak Spanish, but your main language is close enough. Portuguese. Hey. Ugh. What would it be for, like, the bellowing bulls? What about that? Los Toros Bramando. Maybe.
Now. What does the Emperor bid?
Seek out the heretics.
Now?
See. What's that? Oh, that translates to the bulls roaring. Sure, that's close enough. Oh, now it's something else. Los Toros Rugiendo.
It is time.
Yep, we'll just keep fleshing out our army. It's just basically building an empire army at the beginning of the game. It's a bunch of crossbows, swords, and spears. And I want a full stack, because everyone around me is going to have a full stack. I'm having to remind myself, because it's weird coming from the Grabius Prospectors, where their armies are very expensive. And small in number. And we're now dealing with, you know, reasonable cost units, or even low cost units at a large unit size, so I'm not having to build half stacks and sort of using them as much as possible. And there we go. Hugo Romero is ready for duty again. And Lupio nearly has a full squad. I am going to get... I don't know. We have one more turn until we have 2 population.
The Empire.
Do not
How are you
waste
feeling about
your
us?
last breath begging for mercy.
Yeah, fine. About the same as before.
What?
I am going to move to here.
I will marshal the men.
Actually get to see Lupio with his halberd stance, which is very grand. He actually walks around with it. He's using Count Noctilus's animation there for that. That's very appropriate. Crossbows. He puts it on his back when he's rallying. Okay. That might be something that needs to be looked at. I don't know. That might be a limitation. Because he changes animation. Because he's halberds a mount. Maybe it doesn't change the animation for... You can't change the animation for recruiting in the same way. Maybe you can. But I mean, when you're on a mount, you have a... Do lords have a recruiting animation when they're on a mount? I don't actually know. I don't think they do. Anyway. Could also look at the name of Spanish mortars. Yeah. Probably the case that the people have named their mortars in the past. I wouldn't know where to look for that though. Unless there's a, like a armory list or something. Oh, we discover Kazrak again. Is he back? I think he was up here. Was he? We might have just been seeing my other army. Yeah, I think we were. Okay. Where is he? Oh, he's up there. Oh, there he is. Pulsating goodness. Good, you recruit
my
that.
lord.
Mortello Placencia. It's a 240mm Spanish mortar. Oof. Good gravy. Yeah, that's like... Some of the artillery is stupidly massive. And then you get like the massive bombards and all that. Anyway, I am just going to take a brief break and I'll be back in a moment. So I'll pause the recording. Okay, I'm back. It would help if I actually unmuted my microphone when I said that. Right, let's go have a look at this. There's a treasure pile here. Bandit hideout. Right, now, do I feel lucky? A great hoard of treasure may be received. You will face a foe in battle. Attack the hideout. What do we get? That is not a small... That is not a small garrison. That is quite a scary garrison. Mad garrison. 2 Black Guard of Nagarond, 2 Sisters of Slaughter, Bleak Swords, Shades, Dual Weapons, Shades, Dark Shards, 2 Cold One Dread Knights, and a Black Dragon. Oh boy. They could be something like Mortello of Torero Essencia. Possibly. Ugh. Oh boy. I don't like our chances, but Lupio has his halberd? Maybe he can take out a dragon with that? I wasn't expecting it to be so powerful. Oh boy. Ugh. Battle at the Estalian Tomb. Really? There's a unique battle map for that area? Oh, hang on. Isn't it where doesn't Heinrich Kemmler go there or something? The biggest mortar ever made is a Belgian one, 610mm, made in 1832. I hope we survive this. Can we survive this? What's the weak point? Blackguards and Agaron don't have shields. Sisters of Slaughter don't have shields. Dragons don't have shields. Is this really a Stalian tomb? This looks like it's just a Bretonian map, isn't it? Ah, whatever.
Mortar!
Mortar, you go there.
At your service!
Crossbows. Go like that. We're gonna need a rather tight formation, I feel. Just so that we maximize our shots on all this which is coming at us.
Spearman!
Spears go like this. And come around the edge like that.
By Ulrich's wrath!
You
Spearmen!
and you halberds. Move like that.
Swordsmen! The Empire
Swords. Panic?
and gunners!
That would be a reasonable thing to do right at this moment. We have got a lot of ranged,
Taking aim!
but it's not a lot of armor piercing. And they're dark elves.
General. The Empire endures! We are Sigmar's heirs!
Okay, you two go like that. Why are you having difficulty placing there? Is there like a little... Oh, there's a little, like, area of land which they can't stand on. Just this, for some reason.
By Ulrich's wrath!
Maybe we could use that? Use this specific lump in the ground? Okay.
Swordsman!
And... I don't know, you can go back there.
For Heldenhammer!
And Lupio, you've got to stay flexible.
And gunners!
Because I fully expect that dragon to just fly over and,
And gunners!
you know, deal terrible,
Estalia!
terrible damage to us. Okay, hold ground.
By Sigmar's
You lot.
will!
Well,
General!
hold ground. You lot hold ground.
The Empire endures!
You,
Crossbowmen!
you and
Awaiting
you,
orders!
and you. Okay. About as good as I'm going to be able to get it. Torero Mallet. Mallet's mortar was a 914 mortar. A millimeter mortar developed by Mallet on 1857. Possibly. I think I'll keep it. Something related to the Minotaurs. Maybe a dragon if they manage to take it down.
We are Sigmar's heirs!
Shoot it! Come on, shoot them. They're just dark elves. Look at them. You know, they're elves. They're wimpy. They can't stand up against good firepower.
We are Sigmar's heirs! Take the ground! Histinias! Avoiding combat! Missile infantry!
Yes! Fill them full of lead.
Formation! March!
Okay, dragon's going over here.
Spearmen! To battle!
Well, that's helping.
Take aim! Pistoliers!
Why did I have to try and flank so much? Why couldn't they just, like, charge me dead on?
By Ulrich's wrath! Spearmen! Take the ground!
Stop.
Formation march! Crossbow ready, General! The Empire endures! Kill everything! Swordsmen!
Without a beard?
Bring it down!
Yeah, you've got her.
For Heldenhammer! Go! Sigmar calls! The ground
Shoot that damn thing! Shoot that dragon! Just like... Ah!
Spearmen! We are ready!
Lupio!
Faster!
Hold the line! Ow!
We serve France!
Go behind them. Fill these cauldron dread knights full of lead. Lupio,
The Empire endures!
use your potion of strength and carve that dragon in two.
Preserve us! Get them! For Sigmar! Fire!
Come on, Lupio. You gotta help it, mate. Wonk! Don't get knocked over, lad.
Hand gunners! Ranged weapons ready!
It's fleeing!
Sigmar!
It does mean that your potion's gonna wear out before you get to attack it again, but...
Withdraw!
Oh, come on!
Missiles at the ready! Sigmar calls!
Charge!
Crossbowmen! Sir! Withdraw!
Oh boy, those Sisters of Slaughter are just marching through my units, aren't they?
Victory will be ours! By Ulrich's wrath! Withdraw! Crossbowmen! Swordsmen! Yes, my lord!
Great!
Quick march! Sigmar, preserve us! We are Sigmar's heirs! Ready for war! Let's have ya! For the comet! Ready!
Okay, pull back.
Crossbowmen! Withdraw! We obey!
Over here.
Very well! For
Lupio, you're needed again! Attack that damn dragon! Booyah! Ow.
Missiles at the ready!
Like, killing the dragon's going to be what wins us this battle.
Them off! We are Sigmar's heirs! Standing by! Quick march! Hand gunners! Pistoliers! Withdraw! Sigmar command!
God, there's just so much crap everywhere.
Crossbows ready, General!
This is the part of the battle where all finesse is gone and it's just like scattered units all over the place. Yeah, Lupio got it. Or killed or something. Ah, boy. Decisive defeat. Oh, such a pity. Oh well. We can recruit another unit of mortars in the future to replace them or something. I don't know whether that army is going to disappear now. We killed 219 of them. Nearly killed that dragon, but... Ugh. I hope that army disappears. If that remains, well... The lure of gold was too much. Suddenly we stumbled upon an army of Dark Elves. Ugh. I had cavalry, cannons, and an elite army. Even then it would have been kind of a struggle. Estalia doesn't get, like, units to, like, on the same level as, like, elite Dark Elves. And that's... I don't think they do. And that's kind of by design. 77 kills. Yeah. They did a fair amount of damage against the infantry while it was charging up. So far, this campaign's just been one bad decision after another. He's not using the right animation in that end screen. He was holding his sword. He was holding his halberd like a sword. Okay, the army's disappeared. Good. So it's just an embarrassing defeat. Well, I was worried for a moment there that the army was going to be marching around my territory. There was no way I'd be able to defend against that. If they decided to attack a settlement. Okay, end turn. Ugh. Oh, look. Icket Claw. Go away! Water survived and were the MVPs. They're really doing well. Yeah, they would have gotten the most kills in that battle. Ugh. Fighting off minotaurs. Now they've been fighting off dark elves. Dark elf slavers, we'll say. Oh, and is that Kazrak? Again? Okay. Keep going. Hey!
No comply, no!
Yeah, it's Kazrak.
Yes.
Can we, like...
Sound plan. Show me the accused.
You're going to attack Diwali, and you're going to raise it, because... even though you're Skaven, outnumber us, we don't have walls, and you have your Warp Storm Doom Rocket. Should we just... that hasn't linked. Let's see. Have you shown this? Law friendly climates. Don't know. Sartosa is Borderlands. Real? Okay, so there's like a bunch of extra choices. Shadowlands. Huh. Interesting, some of the territories. The Shadowlands actually gives you diplomatic relations. Penalties with High Elves and Dark Elves. Interesting. Okay, I'll have to have a look at it later, a bit more later on. Let me see. What do I want to do with you after that defeat?
I refuse.
We don't have enough income to level up. We would have if I had won that battle. Maybe we just lose Bubali.
Seek out the heretics.
Hmm.
I will marshal the men.
How far can you go?
Stop
There.
now.
There. If you attack Bilbali, you'll just raise it. Maybe I could off-put you if I'm close enough.
On
Probably not.
march! By Sigma's right.
Combine you. Combine
Yes, my
you.
lord.
Just do that. Okay.
Small brain. I refuse.
13. 5 plus 6. 11. They outnumber us. They have Wicked Claw. Is a spellcaster. They have Doomflayers.
So,
The only thing I worry is about Wicked Claw attacking us, and then
comply. No.
I don't think actually Kazrak could be able to reach us from there, so we should be fine. The Wicked Claw, as I said, has got the Warpstone Doom Rocket, which I'm surprised he hasn't used yet. Maybe he's made another one. I forget to give Wicked a taste of my water. Well, Mortar's not taking part in this battle. They are just Skaven. No. They flee, just like anything else. Even more so than anything else. They're cowardly, spineless beastmen. Actually, the Tylian, the what's it called? Southern Realms know Skaven exists. Can't really ignore them. Okay, so what are we going to want to get rid of in their army? Rattling guns. Be able to focus fire them. Doomflayers, I think we could kind of bog them down with like spears. He has a Doom Rocket. Yeah, he does. So I'm going to kind of want my guys to be spread out so that we don't end up getting like hit by that all at once. That would be nasty. But he'll probably hit like the largest blob anyway.
We are ready.
Or drop it on my lord.
We are Sigma's heirs. Swordsmen.
As I said, our guys have better leadership than theirs.
Missiles at the ready.
Stay flexible.
slay the heretic.
That's the, you know. That's the, target of the day, or, you know, the thingy of the day. Whatever the thingy is. Words fail me.
To battle. By Ulrich's wrath.
Move to there. Hey, rattling guns. No, yeah, that's rattling guns. No, that's warplock sails.
Yes, sir.
Sigma calls.
Okay. March up. And after this, I'm going to want to split you lot
Missile troops.
in half.
No lingering.
Go. Whoop.
The Empire endures. Formation march.
Okay, that's what's it called?
Spearmen.
That's the thingy.
Ready for war.
Brass
Take
orb.
the ground. Sigma. Glory to the Empire. Attack. Crossbowmen.
Warp lightning.
By Ulrich's wrath. Formation march. Sigma preserve us.
Oh, Doom Rocket. Okay. Yeah, used it. Yeah, used it. And you didn't use it on a good thing. You fool. Ick it. Whoa.
Get them! Battle awaits! For the twin-tailed comet!
Swordsman! Take aim! Find your targets!
He did just... Oh yeah, he killed an entire unit of his own guys. Zap, zap, zap,
The
zap.
Empire endures!
Don't have to worry about that rocket anymore. Nah, 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 nah.
Yours!
Scab's case didn't really do too much.
For Helden!
Eh.
Go! Swordsman!
Great googly boogly.
Sigmar guides us!
What just...
Now!
What just demolished your health?
Sigmar calls!
Was it all the rattling guns? Really? Was it the rattling guns?
Spearman!
Yes, General! On way!
Swordsman!
Oh wait, do you have something which is like
Ready!
draining more elite health around you?
We are wavering!
Weapons at the ready! Spearman! Swordsman!
Chase the warplock to sales.
Ready for war!
Ready for war!
Okay, stay away from Wicked Claw. He's kind of nasty.
Who's ready, General?
Ready for war!
What's his missile resistance? 15%. Well, you know.
Sir! Prepare for
I killed a few.
The Empire endures!
Sigmar guides us!
At speed! On our way! Swordsman! No lingering!
We are Sigmar's heirs!
Where are you? There you are.
Quick march!
Form.
Spearman! At speed!
Form up.
Take the ground!
We are ready! Crossbows ready, General! To battle! Battle group
Go over here.
selected for the twin-tailed comet!
I condemn them!
Uh-oh.
Formation!
More Skaven! The rattling guns again.
Crossbowmen!
Shoot the rattling guns.
Spearmen!
Don't worry about the slaves. Even if we make them run, they're not going to...
We run thee!
They're not going to cause panic in the rest of the army. But the rattling guns fleeing will.
By Ulrich Strong!
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ow!
My fault! Not my fault!
Loaded sir!
Not my fight, fight.
For Heldenhammer!
Go over here.
Lingering!
Go!
Scarpa! Different directions.
Quick march! Spot us the target! Missiles at the ready! Spearmen!
Enact judgment!
At speed! Crossbowmen!
Get back here.
Pick them off!
Judgment is coming!
It's actually a case where it was very nice and it was quite narrow.
Take position!
I think I was able to fire that through the unit
Withdraw!
pretty effectively.
To battle for the Emperor! Missiles will fly!
Okay.
For the Emperor!
Stupid Doom wheels. Doom flayers. Get out of here.
Withdraw!
Charge!
Ready! Sigmar! Preserve us! Ranged weapons ready! Roar! Take the ground!
If we lose because of a kick claw,
Sigmar call! Spearmen!
avoid him.
General! No!
Shoot the slaves.
Spearmen! Taking position!
Take the charge!
Icket, your army is fleeing. What are you going to do?
Crossbowmen, attack! Swordsmen,
I've just got to kind of keep my guys out of the battle.
spearmen,
Oh boy, here comes more Skaven.
missiles at the ready. For hell,
Could you, like, please shoot them?
crossbowmen. Fight, all ranks, rock. Ready for
It would be quite swell if you could.
moving now. Withdraw now. For Heldenhammer, quick march. For France. Crossbows ready, General. Take position. Now. As long as we draw breath, they will die. Spearmen. No lingering.
Oh, bollocks. Ah.
Sigma
Oh, hello, welcome. This is the Estalia Border Princes mod. It allows us to play as Estalia with a bit of a unique army list. We did hurt them pretty badly. We didn't kill any of their Doomflayers though. Minus 122 leadership. Did we really drop down to minus 122? I suppose it just drops like leadership by 100 when you lose to a certain threshold. Those Doomflayers. Spears! Yeah, they're anti-large. No, it doesn't really work like that. I'm glad he, Icket, used his Doom Rocket on, like, I suppose just one of my units, rather than a group of them. And he killed off one of his own units with it as well, so. Also, welcome. Yep. Oh no! Diwali is now gone. But we can deal with that afterwards because our other army is kind of nearby. Apologies if I didn't see people's messages earlier. I was focused on trying not to lose, which, you know, as it turns out, wasn't effective. And Pablo Santiago died. No, my Skaith Claw. Oh well. It wasn't really that effective. Killed like 3 Skaven slaves, dealing damage to the unit. The problem with items like that is it feels like you often have to cast it twice on a unit to get casualties, because otherwise it just deals a whole lot of damage. Which I suppose can be useful in its own right, but... At least we're not getting attacked by trolls. Or lizard. Think we can get some lizards? There's a Regiment of Renown, which I think is a... Yeah, Ditchy Witchy's Raiders.
To strengthen the Empire.
I lost because I didn't have my mortars. Indeed. We've been trying to come up with names for these mortars because they were able to fight off some Minotaurs. We've had a number of suggestions. Torero Melita's one. Because early on they helped fight off a bunch of Minotaurs in melee, might I add. And then they helped. Then they were the best unit in a battle against some Dark Elves, which popped up. So,
Ulric's will.
hello, Icket Claw. How's it going? I thought you'd be there. You think Estalia infantry is high in armor? I think so too. I think we get some upgrades which will improve our armor. But we're not there at the moment. We've just started the campaign. Man, Diwali's changed a lot since the new residents moved in. He better not have another a Doomstorm rocket.
Crossbowman!
Okay, form up.
Handgunners!
Oh, did we lose our Royal Guard? Aw.
Spearmen!
Boo.
The Empire endures!
And you can go over there.
Mortar!
And the mortar, which only has 2 in it,
I,
will be there.
Sigma, obey me!
And you can go
We
there.
are Sigma's heirs!
Uh,
By the Emperor's will! For Helga!
hold ground. You there, you there. You are going to have to be fighting against certain things. And you as well. Okay. Hello, Skaven. So, can I see whether you have a Doom Rocket? You do not. You have Brass Orb, 3 casts of it, Power Stone, Warp Lightning, and so on and so forth. Form up over here. Just turn it on fast to get over there. Though they do have their Jezzails. Yeah, they are. Which are actually missing an awful lot, so it's pretty good.
Heading out! Missiles at the ready! Crossbows ready, General! Yes, sir! Quickly! Formation! March!
Okay, mortars, just turn around.
We serve the Emperor!
Infantry! Move forward.
Ulrich's will!
And
At speed! Mortar! Moving now! At speed!
there we go.
No lingering!
Yeah, I like that. Okay, so mortar. I don't know, hit the Jezzails, I suppose.
By Ulrich's wrath!
Oh, Jezzails. They're like hiding in like holes in the ground. Uh-oh.
Swordsman!
No!
The Heldenhammer! We obey! To battle! Enemy names! Go!
Enemy things. Okay, over here.
Handgunners!
You can shoot. You can claw.
Missiles ready!
Shoot those clan rats.
Crossbow ready!
Just shoot whatever you can. Actually, yeah, shoot those.
Attack! Raise your weapons! A
Come on, lads. It's only a bit of lightning. Not that scary.
To battle! Hammers ready! Quick march! Sir! Moving now! Formation march! To battle! Roar!
I command
Ooh,
here.
they're actually preparing to flee.
For Heldenhammer. Your orders?
Zap. I think that might have hurt you more than it hurt me.
Reynolds aim! We're ready! For the Emp!
For the imp. Boom!
We obey!
Well, one of them's dead.
Quickly! Lift the weapons! Quick march! For the war!
Bring it down.
Right, now just shoot Icket Claw.
Spearmen!
Taking position.
Sigmar horse! Blaze ready! No lingering! Go!
Oh, no, 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 no.
Get them! For Heldenhammer! Advance! For the Heldenhammer!
More warp lightning.
Go! Moving! No lingering!
Hey, there we go.
Very well! Weapons drawn!
Boom. Only 17 kills.
Natu!
God. Come on! They're two rats! They're two rats carrying a gun. This their fleeing animation is so awkward. It's just like their walk animation sped up.
Yes, General! Now!
Come on. Oh. They flee off the map. They did. Okay. Decisive battle. Come on, lads. You have mortar team name on your side. I might have to sleep on it. I don't know. I might go with what I had originally. That. The roaring bull, I think it was. Yes. Los Toro Rugientes. Oh. Go. And we just occupy.
Mighty conquerors! Mercy! Yes, yes?
No, no. A fitting end? Icket Claw may have been defeated utterly, but he'll surely be back again soon, with a new, better, nastier, probably motorized plan. Watch out. Hey, research rate plus 10%. I wonder if any factions have considerations with what traits of nearby lords they can get. Oh, we can't get hold of the line until rank 6. Okay. That's military defense for pikemen, military leadership, and so on. Military attack and melee attack and melee defense for swordsmen, spearmen. Firing presence, brass lung, dirty dozen. Steel and honor. Dwarf friend. Let's get picked veterans then. It will improve our baseline troops. All generals need their trusted regiments. And Bilbali. Ah. Oh, was that we can upgrade Magritta. So what was it? What did I have? I'm going to have to shift this over there to get the spelling right. There we go. Los Tolos Urgientes.
To the provinces.
Enter. Baronessa, what are you doing? You're just... Don't attack me. You're not at war with me. I don't think you are. You better not be.
Greetings. We may not be the Empire, but our realm has riches and strength in equal measure.
The damsels agree. A treaty would be most wise. That's just military access. No. Trade agreement. And a non-aggression pact, because I've got more than enough on my plate currently. Estalia is being beset by Skaven, Beastmen, possibly pirates, Dark Elves. That was a one-off, though. People who might have just arrived. I examined a land encounter from a mod I have, and there was an army defending it, as it turned out. It would have been a lot of gold, but an army spawned, and it was a full stack of Dark Elves, involving 2 Blackguard of Nagaron, 2 Sisters of Slaughter, a dragon, 2 of the Cold One Dread Knights, a bunch of shades. It was not very pretty. Luckily, they despawned once they beat us. Okay, and 3 turns. No, you aren't at war with us.
By the comet.
I have such plans for the destruction of your people.
You're actually liking that we're having so much struggling against all these other factions, so...
Who calls?
Yeah, I suppose for the moment it's just going to be,
Seen your heart.
recovering. There's still Skaven. We should wipe them out. We might need more than 1 army for that, and then we'll probably definitely... I'd say we definitely need more artillery. I mean, unless they have a weak garrison, then we could just starve them out, but... Okay. Bye-bye. Are you hunting for treasure or something? There we go. How are we going for time? Ah, fine. Go for another 10 minutes. It's a bit longer than normal. What I was doing before, I only did it for about an hour and a half. So. And went a bit longer with Warhammer. So I like to do at least like 4 hours. And also because there was like a lot of talking at the beginning of this as I tried to figure out which faction to play. Also went over the units. Right, we're not going to have any feral herds popping up in our territory, are we? Forest goblins or the like? No. Ah, something I was wanting to check. Do we get... Ah, we do. Good. We'll see here. This is something which I didn't have playing as Greybeard's Prospectors, if you're going to see that, if you see that series. I have mods which add a bunch of rebel armies which pop up around the map. You'll see them constantly being destroyed here, like these forest goblins. There's also lesser dynasties, you know, beastmen herds and so on. It's just sort of a catch-all for, you know, imagine small beastmen herds running around the place causing havoc, forest goblins popping out of the forest every now and then. And they have a chance to spawn in regions. There's other ones which spawn, like Vampire Count's armies can spawn in areas with high vampiric corruption, but not in areas which are owned by Vampire Counts. And also, Chaos armies can spawn in regions with high Chaos corruption. So again, they're only like 7 or 8 units big. To offset this, we have in our growth trees here, this building will reduce the chance a wildling army can spawn in this province. Farm, this building will further reduce the chance a wildling army can spawn in this province. And landed estate, this building will stop wildling armies from spawning in this province almost completely. Most factions have this. However, the Greybeard's Prospectors, because they have a completely new tech tree, don't actually have this reduction. Which is just because, you know, the original mod which spawns the wildling armies wasn't made with, you know... Was made with just the base factions tech trees in mind. So that's perfectly fine, but it did mean that I had lesser dynasty armies popping up more frequently than was probably intended. Anyway, we've actually got a unique building here. Bell Tower of Diwali. The most unique feature of the port city of Diwali is a large watchtower that stands on a small island in front of the bay. The tower houses a great bronze bell that is used to signal either approaching fleets or during storms to guide. Ooh. 300 income generated, plus 5% naval movement range faction-wide. Income from trade tariffs, plus 10% faction-wide. Ranger scouting, plus 100% campaign line of sight. All armies in this region and adjacent regions. It's pretty nice. Would that count regions across the sea? I mean, adjacent regions would be Magritta. It would also be Castle Carcassonne. Would that count for Brionne as well? Because that's neighboring region by ocean. It's not actually that many places. It's just like here and here, as well as this one, I suppose. Upgrade coastal town. There we go.
Now, it is time.
Yep. End turn. Just keep counting pirates. Lance Scryer's probably building up their army. Make sure I get my Regiment of Renown water to rank 9. If it survives long enough, we should be able to. I mean, Lupio Sunscry gets a lot of abilities which, well, I think they end up giving like 100 experience per turn to the army. Which, I don't think it's that much really. But, it will mean it will get up there eventually. If audio signals that will survive and be essential. I could just send the mortar team in on their own and they'll be able to deal with everything. There's this. It actually reminds me of a GIF which I saw. Hold on. Risk more sleeves, Wrath. Let me have a look. See if I can find this quickly. So if I go there. And yeah, here. Okay, and greetings, fellows. Nope, not that one. Image. And this is something on the what's it called? On the Steam, you know, screenshots and artwork from someone else's campaign. And the power of artillery is able to stop a Minotaur charge. Bonk. Anyway. It's incredible. Secretly really powerful. Anyway, so you're doing that. One more turn for Magritta. I'm going to keep you in Bilbali for the moment because Kazarak's up there. Magritta's going to get a larger garrison next turn. We'll just end turn. It could be useful ability for my Regiment of Renown. Expert charge defense versus large. A mass of like 2,000. They can't be moved. Right, I don't know. They really like eating. They're just really large. The mortar crew counts as large here. Oh, Skaven. Okay, full stack of Skaven attacking Magritta. Oh, they came out of nowhere. That Nickit Claw again? Could I have a few turns of peace, please? Maybe I should have asked them for peace. Who asks a bloody Thagaraki for peace? Ah! Don't have any wibbles like that, manling. Okay, who is this? Arkstorm. Okay, it seems like it's just a bunch of clan rats. I mean, we did destroy their rattling gun, you know, and so on. So, I imagine this is mostly a lot of Skaven slaves. Let me have a look. It's a lot of clan rats. That is a lot of clan rats. Quite a lot of clan rats. I think what I need to do is destroy Skaven Blight. It is... Probably, it's going to have to be on the menu.
Think me fool, fool?
Can you sail into the port of a city which is being besieged? You could sail out of the port of a city which is being besieged. It would take me 3 turns to get around there. Yeah, so... I just hear him laughing.
Not enough warmstone.
Yes, my lord.
We could get the spearmen. Anything here which can help us? Quick, what can I spend my money on? Oh, 5 turns out of 20. What? Oh, is this like... How many of them you can get? So it's like, the first is... No, it wasn't 5 turns ago that I got it, is it? Like 5 out of 20 turns, and then it's eventually infinite or something?
To the provinces.
No! Blame you!
So it says you can go up to here. But again, I moved like slightly out of the range of Kazrak and he was able to attack me. You lack ranged. All of your guys have shields.
The Empire.
Lupio Sunscryer has nothing which can help him against that. There is a company of renown I could get. Sons of Strigos. Wandering Strigians, descendants of the ancient bodyguards in Ushuran's empire, driven by a melange of delusions, revenge, and pride. Anti-large. Silver shields. Poison attacks. Immune to psychology, stalk, vanguard deployment, expert charge defense. Well... Kane's Ring of Fury would work. Bound Fiery Convocation. Fiery Ring of Thori. Major magical and fire damage. Long, thin, expanding, tear-shaped attack. Oh, that's like the other thing. Rod of Flaming Death. Fireball. $7,000 for that. Yeah, I can't afford those. Idol of Mamidia. Embraces the defense. Glass Cataph. Take it back. Mostly done, but closed. Oh. Well, don't badger him too much about it, please. Death Mask would be great, but you can't afford it. Yeah, what's that? Cause fear, cause terror, physical resistance. And I mean that in as nice a manner as possible. Please don't get the wrong impression. Let's see. I mean, the thing is that the Shrieking Blade kind of does the same thing. Except it gives magical attacks instead of physical resistance. It's kind of odd, actually. Whatever. I really want to spend all of my money on something. But I would like to spend like 1,000 on something. Maybe 2,000. That would be nice. You get the Green Regiment of Renown, though. Where is it? Sons of Strigios. They're anti-large. They're not anti-infantry. 2,500. It is. If I get that, I wouldn't be able to get the other thing. I could get that, and I could get the Ring of Thori. Or whatever it's called. Sure, let's do that. We've got to kind of go all in with this. So we'll get the Sons of Strigios. I don't really understand this. 520 infinite. Is this like I can recruit this 3 times and it's eventually you can't recruit it again? This hasn't changed, so it's not like an active counter. And get the Enchanted Curio. Fiery Ring of Thor. Ooh, do I actually have to spend money to recruit them? I do. 1,100. Okay, so it's a bit more expensive than I expected. Then with that... Get Hellfire Sword. No, that's just melee. Rod of Flaming Death, I can cast a Fireball. I can possibly deal with their Lord that way. He's hurting him with it. Terror Blade's good. Terror would be good. We do cause fear. Do you have a melee weapon? No, you don't. You got a Potion of Strength. Sure. Get a Shrieking Blade then. Something which is maybe a little bit better than that. Which causes fear. Or terror. No. I mean, terror's nice. Comes into effect when you charge, I think, though. I'm going to be charging a bit out of combat, sure. Get a Shrieking Blade. Comes into effect all the time, does it?
I will marshal the men.
It might be the Terror Route which comes into effect. He's going to be using Shrieking Blade. He's on his show-off mount. Oh, there we go. Okay, so that's basically all of our money. But, you know, with our capital at risk. Literally. And, both literally. I want to move you.
Not enough warpstone.
You can attack from there.
Ready.
If I move to there, will that be too close? It says that you're out of range. Last time, it was just like, just within range. You would force march. I don't think they're going to attack next turn.
No.
I can't get within them in one turn, so force marching I can get to them in 2 turns. And force... I can get at least within range of my garrison being able to attack them and have my other army in reinforcements. Force march would... They'd probably peel off and attack my army. And my army would just be tied. If they attack me, I'd prefer not to be tied. Because if they come off and attack me up here, then... So we'll do that. Recruit those. And enter. I would force march if it put me in range of my garrison, but as it is, if I force march or don't, it doesn't matter, because I'm not going to be able to help that city if it gets raised, if it gets attacked next turn anyway. Right, okay, so they just continued the siege. That's fine. I can move my army into striking distance and have my garrison attack the army and pull Lupio Sunscry's army into the battle as well. And they might even retreat from that. Then I'll be able to force march and go into the settlement. Or stay next to it, because they might move up to Bilbali. I think we'll resolve this, and if it ends up with a battle, then I might leave it till next time. Much as I dislike leaving it on a battle. Actually, I think I'll just leave it come the next turn. And we'll continue it next time. We can resolve this next time, because otherwise it's just going to keep dragging into one thing after the other. And, you know, I'm tired. I like I like presenting and talking and all that, but it does wear on my voice a little. Okay. Hey, we get greater item immediate. Public order +2. Untainted +3. Replenishes units which we don't have just yet, but the other bonuses are nice.
Malfunction.
Oh, now it's Ticket Claw. Hello. You don't have any Doom Rockets. So you're still a bigger threat than the other guy. Get local steel. Nothing but the best armor here. Quarrel tested. Money back guaranteed if it breaks.
Raise Sigma.
Okay, yep. But we'll save it and we'll resolve that next time. Because if it's a battle, I would have to play it, and a battle would take 15 minutes or so, and I don't have that time. So we'll save it here. We've done 16 turns. That's pretty good. Pretty good. A lot of fighting also. Fought against Beastmen, against Skaven, against Dark Elves, against Skaven, Beastmen. There's still Beastmen too. There's Beastmen up here. Cataract's just sitting outside Brion. Tabaro was there. We're trading with Estalia. We're having an easier time of it than I am. Maybe. Sartosa is over there. Virus is there. Not much else is really going on at the moment.
You honor me.
I don't know what Carcassonne are doing. Are they attacking Dreadfleet or something?
Morgiana,
Who are you at war
Fey
with?
Enchantress of Bretonnia.
Oh, you are at war with Dreadfleet. Okay. Maybe you're attacking them.
Honor before glory.
Yeah, but we can't see anyone else, so we're still in our very small corner of the map here. Yeah, we really don't know what's going on in the greater world. I don't have any heroes to explore. Rampant corruption. All the way along there. But that's from... what's his name? Hemler. And also the Blood Dragons. That's fine. Yep. And... Chaos Corruption. Slight Chaos Corruption in Estalia. Anything else? Skaven Corruption. Okay, but that will be it for the beginning of the Estalia campaign. I need to get some gifts to Lucrezia to confederate her. I feel like she'll probably be willing to confederate with us once she gets a positive opinion of us. Yeah, which some gifts will help with. And also once we get stronger, because we're still kind of on the back foot here. And I intend to send some armies over to Lustria. We might do 5 streams of this. We'll see. I don't think I'll do the 10 stream lot for this, since the faction is nice, and it's well done. But, I mean, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, that will be it for this. And I'll see you people next one.